Andrew, on top of that, so that's how you gear up and how you get going. How do you come down from that? Because I think a week later, the majority of us are still not recovered and have come down from what happened. So after you shoot, both of you, after you shoot those crazy scenes, how do you come back down?
You don't, kind of. I mean, we shot that so long ago, and we've shot a lot of stuff since then, but I mean, there was a part of that episode that I shot reaction shots to what was happening months later in a soundstage with none of the actors around. And I was like, oh God, I'm not Meryl Streep. How am I gonna pull this off? But it wasn't.
Your hair's much nicer than Meryl.
Tell them you said that. But it wasn't as hard as I thought to go back there. And you know, even coming and doing episode 1, it didn't feel like that big a space happened between doing the finale, last year. So I don't know. It's you do have the energy of wow. Can I get louder? Am I just waking? Can I just get louder right now? That's wow. And my ears just woke up. But you have all your cast members like losing it and giving it 110%, and we've said it before. Even when Jeffrey's doing his stuff and Negan's doing his stuff, the people around him that aren't even on camera are like fully crying and losing their shit. So
I think you hit it on the head. We started this show with an incredible ensemble: Jon Bernthal, Sarah Wayne Callies, Jeff. Everybody that was engaged in that first ensemble were amazing. And when they go, you just want to honor their performances and the legacy that they leave. And I think losing, Mikey and Steven in one episode was just cataclysmic for everybody. And we just wanted to throw it all out there and leave it on the pitch in honor of what they gave to the show, I suppose.
But they're definitely still with us. You know what I mean? Like all the time.
From Greenville, South Carolina. And my question is actually for Andy and Norman. And I think you kind of answered this earlier, but my question is, since Glenn's been there since day one, how has that actually affected your personal life, like your life at home?
Well, I always campaign to not get people killed, and I write quite strong and quite long emails to Scott Gimple. And I won't sort of break a confidence of what was necessarily said, but I do believe that not having Steven, Steven's just one of my best friends, period. That's just what it is. But his energy on set, he's kind of the social secretary, he's always dresses very nicely, and he's down with the kids. He taught me about hip-hop. I remember vividly when Jon Bernthal in the first season and Steven, I was there and I was sort of listening to my music and I was getting some of the busiest rhymes that made about man that going into this. And it was like young MCs and they looked at me like I had a lot to learn. Like, who is this guy from the UK thinking he's down with the young MCs? So I got educated by Steven and Jon Bernthal in hip hop and American culture. And now all I've got left is Norman for that. Heaven help.
Your education is going further. I remember my first day on set with John and this dude, and he's got to put me in a chokehold. And I know you mentioned when we came out, but put me in a chokehold. And he's like, so how do you want to do this? I'm like, I don't know, fucking choke me. And he goes, cool. And put me in a chokehold, and I had whiplash the next day. I couldn't lift my head, and I've just been getting banged up since. But to go onto the show and not have let's just fake this and let's just act our way through these and not do. It's been real ever since, and everyone's kept it like that.
we're gonna go on this side, but everybody that's in the aisle on this side, can you do like that side and please duck down so everybody behind you can see. Thank you. All right.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Hi.
Like this gentleman, I'm here with my daughter, who is 13, and this is her birthday trip.
Happy birthday!
My question is for Andy. Assuming you'd never met or worked with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, how difficult was it to gain that immediate trust in last episode? Especially, you know, did Nicotera give you the room to breathe, especially like when the quiet moments, when you're just staring at each other and nothing's being spoken, but so much is being translated in those scenes?
Yeah, that's a really cool question, because a lot of the crew was sort of quite confused about sort of after the take that we were doing with the Axe and Chandler, you know, that you go through it and then you sort of give a hug to the other actor, because you kind of realize that you're in this very strange, very dark, very odd space. Sometimes when we get lucky a lot on this show, because there's such a wealth of really, really fine actors, and you kind of get lost in a scene, and I don't know what happens. You kind of, and that's the most exciting thing for me, is that when you sort of, you just disappear, and then you come out and you go, oh, what actually just went on? You know what I mean? And then everybody looks sort of devastated. The crew, you know, men with beards and tattoos that move heavy equipment, sort of can't look you in the eye. You know, you've kind of done the scene right, you know. But with Jeffrey just came on. Norman knew him of old, so we had him vetted, you know. He was a buddy of Norman, so he could just about get in. And also just to watch him at the season finale and how committed he was and how prepared he was and how excited he was to be there was a sure sign that we had someone that belonged, you know. But yes, sorry, and Greg Nicotero is awesome and just one of the greatest directors we've ever had. And he loves actors and cares about the show more than anybody here, which is saying something.
That's awesome. Well, we found your twin, by the way.
I met that guy before.
Yeah.
Have I met you before?
No, he's new, and he is literally your twin.
There's like 9 of you walking around.
Can you come in on Monday to do the film?
Yes, please come in on Monday. All right, let's go this side.
Hey guys, my name's Gabby, I'm from New Jersey. And Andrew, I have a message for you before I ask my question.
To me, you are perfect. What is the name? I'm so blind.
I'm so blind.
Thank you very much. Asric Grimes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My question is, for both of you, how has playing your characters changed your life?
To me, you are parfait. It's changed a lot. I mean, I don't know. It's like anything else. You like your job. You get excited to go to work every day.
You've got your muscles have got a lot.
Are you flirting with me or something? Like your hair looks good, you smell good, your muscles, like you're all over me.
Yeah,
today.
my wife just went home.
Oh, that's what it is. You're all over me. Yeah, you know, it's changed a lot. It's harder to go to the grocery store, but it's you know, I don't know. I have this family that I work with, and I can't wait to get back to work with them. And it's a lot of fun. And you know, it's like usually around this time of year, we were talking about it. We're completely banged up and exhausted, and we're like, yeah, we put in a good year. You know, we earned this year. So you know, you just look forward to doing it again and again as much as possible. Like every day's fun doing it. And I'm a guy. I like to get filthy, and you know, it's fun. Yeah, clap.